Nestled among the high-priced luxury boutiques that line the world-famous shopping district in Beverly Hills, a new shop is burning through inventory, and it has nothing to do with designer goods.
People are almost, I would say, rushing down here because they just believe that the world is turning such a negative place and such a dangerous place. They are calling every moment of every day, and we are happy to give them those services.
Across the country, gun sales are surging, while gun violence is spiking. Last year, more than 20,000 people were killed by a firearm in the United States. In 2021, the Gun Violence Archive saw the most deaths on record since its founding in 2014.
This gun here has been incredibly popular with our female clientele.
Russell Stuart runs Beverly Hills Guns, an appointment-only boutique serving well-to-do clients right off the main drag. And he says business is booming.
How many people are you seeing that have never held or owned a gun before?
I would say right now we're looking at about 95% of our customers in the last 2 months are all first-time gun buyers. Absolutely.
The FBI ran more than 38 million firearm background checks in 2021, making it the second highest year of sales ever, behind 2020.
What have you seen as far as the trend of gun buyers? Who comes in to buy guns? And has that changed in like the last 12, 6, 3 months?
The trend of gun buyers who are coming in are definitely people under 25 and people over 65. A lot of people who traditionally lean left, who would probably not be a gun person, have been saying, well, it's the first time that I've ever thought about buying a gun in my entire life. So it's been someone who probably doesn't have much gun experience, probably didn't have a family member who owned a gun. The influx of people have been because of crime. The influx of crime, especially in the city of Beverly Hills, has driven people to focus more on their own personal safety, and that has truly involved buying, several guns.
Emily Junkins says personal experience pushed her to take matters into her own hands.
So there were 2 shootings, or I don't want to say shootings, shootouts, right outside my apartment, right there by the Orlando Hotel. And, I heard the whole thing. My neighborhood is very family-oriented. It's basically all families, even in my building, and it's really scary.
But most of the victims of gun violence don't look like the smaller, more affluent population of Beverly Hills. More than 2/3 of the country's most populous cities have seen more homicides in 2021 than in 2020. Nick Suplina, senior vice president at Everytown for Gun Safety, points out there's a direct correlation between the strictness and variance of your state's gun laws and gun-related violence.
There are key foundational laws that when states enact, we see meaningful change in gun violence rates. Chief among them are background checks on all gun sales, permitting systems for who may carry in public. These are crucial laws to keeping the public safe from gun violence. Also, though, are equally bad laws, stand your ground laws, permitless carry, where without any permitting system or license, individuals can carry in public.
And that the solution to protecting yourself against gun violence isn't buying more guns.
Those states that have the better gun laws have lower rates of gun violence. So long as we have hundreds of millions of guns in this country, we are going to have gun violence at an unacceptably high rate. But the real key is that we can do common sense, simple things in our laws to reduce gun violence.
Steve Patterson is joining us now to talk more about this. Steve, thank you so much for reporting out tonight's original for us. I was struck by this moment where the owner of that shop said, the new buyers are either sort of younger, really young, under the age of 25, or they're older, right? 60, 70, et cetera. What else is standing out to him about some of these new buyers?
Yeah, Hallie, think about this. Last year, the firearms industry sold 6 guns for every 100 Americans. When you hit a critical mass like that, it is almost assuredly across several demographics. And sure enough, you heard Russ in the piece, as you just said, he thinks 95% of his clients are new gun owners, many over 65, many under 25. And if you look at the data, the National Shooting Sports Foundation says that black gun buyers rose by 58% in 2020 compared to 2019. A study last year found that half of all U.S. gun buyers since 2019 are women. People say it's self-protection. People say it's self-empowerment. Of course, we heard that. But we also have to say that the ATF released their own data from 2020 showing a very high percentage of recently purchased firearms were recovered in crimes shortly after they were bought. So we also know they're ending up in the hands of the wrong people in a lot of cases.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.